Let's talk. I want to talk today about burnout, being in a funk, not feeling like yourself, and kind of me opening my eyes for the first time. Recently, I've been experiencing what some would call a funk, what I would prefer to call a transformative period in my life. It entailed a lot of me realizing that I was extremely unhappy with everything I was doing in my life. Nothing was making me feel fulfilled. Nothing was giving me a sense of purpose. Honestly, just felt like I was living at the mercy of everyone else and kind of just acting as a sitting duck, waiting for life to happen to me. If you've grown up with a lot of trauma and you developed a lot of mental disorders because of it, like me, you've probably experienced depersonalization. I've come to notice that for most of, if not all of my life, I was experiencing derealization. I always just felt like I was seeing myself in the third person. I never really felt like things were happening to me. I never felt like I was the one making my decisions. It always sort of felt like I was watching someone else live my life for me. I'm not even 100% sure what's changed in the last couple weeks, but I feel like I'm finally starting to see myself as a person. I'm starting to perceive myself. I was literally looking in the mirror the other day, just staring at myself, and I was like, that's me. That's what I look like. That's a person. I am that person. That's me. It was a moment where I finally considered myself as an existing being that other people were also perceiving. I think this entire time I sort of saw myself as a concept, an idea, and I didn't really consider myself a person. I've talked about it a little bit on my TikTok. I grew up in a unique family dynamic, but because of that, it led to a lot of suppression of my sense of self. And growing up, I never really knew who I was and the things that I liked. And so recently, I've been trying to indulge in the things that simply pique my mind's interest. A really good example of this is I've started listening to a lot of like pop rock, emo music, if you will. I've never gravitated towards that type of music before. A lot of Pierce the Veil, Panic at the Disco, Bad Omen. I've just been listening to a lot of music that I never liked before. It would hit me out of nowhere. I was sitting there at the gym looking for music to play. I saw there was a Pierce the Veil mix. Piqued my interest. So I played that mix. Every single song was a straight banger. I don't know why I've been sleeping on this kind of music for so long. My boyfriend and I have also started going outside again. The first year that we were together, we would be out and about for like 12 to 14 hours a day. He would pick me up first thing in the morning and bring me home at midnight. I don't even remember now what we would do. Just different boba shops, window shopping, thrift shops, a bunch of things. We were always outside. Then we both got really caught up with work. I was moving around from place to place. I found my cats and it was a whole thing. We both had to work full time. We could barely financially support ourselves. And so we turned into very much a homebody couple, and we kind of just stopped going outside altogether. But especially this last year, we've just been spending a lot of time inside, doom scrolling, sitting on the couch, watching a lot of TV, being pretty depressed. Yeah, it hasn't been fun. So I've been trying to bring the whimsy back in our lives, if you will. We've just been trying to do more fun things. You know, we had a date night at BJ's and we shared a Pizookie. We went to the aquarium. We went to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in so long. We just sat down by the beach. He made like those Japanese fruit and cream sandos. All of these little things I've been doing have really just been giving me a newfound zest for life, a newfound appreciation. And I feel like I'm finally starting to romanticize the little things in my life, and I feel like I'm seeing the world in a new perspective. This entire time that I spent being burnt out and depressed and wondering what my purpose was in life, I was doing myself such a huge injustice, and I wasn't even looking at the world around me for what it was. I was so hyper-focused on what was making my life bad, the things that were making me upset, and all the negativity that I was so blind to all of the positive things happening around me. The other morning we woke up, neither of us had work, and we went out and sat on the couch. The cats were up there with us. We were just petting them, kind of like talking to them, talking to each other. older, and the sunlight was coming in through the windows, and I was just looking around, and I just felt such peace. And it made me realize that I've never given myself the chance to simply live. I've always been so focused on existing and surviving that I've never just sat back, looked at everything around me, and really taken it in. Throughout the process of this happening, I've really come to miss making videos for YouTube. And I don't really like saying that to people because it always comes off kind of, like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And especially because all of my friends are like doing grad school, they're getting degrees. I've been working in coffee for the last 2 years, and that's kind of been all I've been doing. I haven't thought too much about where I want to go from here, which did suck because as a kid, I always had such a strict idea of what I would do when I grow up. And I'm telling you now, whatever you think you're gonna do later in life, whatever plan you have later in life, there will be deviations. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Trust me, because if it did, I would have a very different looking life right now, okay? And so I always had this idea of what I wanted to do as I got older. Lo and behold, life decided, no, actually, you can't do any of that. You're not gonna be able to do any of that because everything is gonna get really bad for you really quickly, and you're not gonna have time to think about yourself anymore. And that's what happened. I didn't have time to think about myself anymore. And so, I've been posting on TikTok here and there, and it's been okay, but YouTube has always felt like my home for content. TikTok is cool and all, but every other video I see is an ad. It's always TikTok shop ad or just sponsorship ad, and nothing feels real on TikTok anymore. If I want to make videos for YouTube, what am I sitting here on TikTok doing? Like, I'm gonna get my ass over to YouTube and start making more videos. Even just sitting down right now, having this camera up, talking to you in a landscape format, I feel so soothed. Ever since I started making videos on this channel back in like 2016, I've always known that this is what I really wanted to do.
And honestly, I've always felt like I've kind of had a talent for it. I'm really comfortable in front of the camera.
I used to post on my close friends all the way like through high school and college, just videos of me just talking, ranting. But so many people would tell me like, oh my God, this is like my podcast. I literally put you on while I clean. And so I've always known I've wanted to do it. And I stopped myself for so long because really for a while, I just got too busy to even think about it. Recently, I've just been watching all of my comfort YouTubers again. And I've thought to myself, if they can do it, what's stopping me from doing it? They're people just like me. They're regular people. Look at Hudson Williams and Connor Story. They were just working as waiters at regular ass restaurants. Now they're famous celebrities. Everyone knows their name. Heated Rivalry took the nation by storm. Everyone's talking about it right now. And I did try vlogging on this channel for a little bit. That's actually what I bought this camera for. That was in my unemployed era. And so I was still super depressed. And you could see it in my videos. It didn't feel like me behind the camera. And I think as someone who loves making content, that's the worst thing that could happen to me. I would watch the videos back and be like, I don't even know who this is. Like, this isn't me. And so because of that, I took a break from YouTube for a while. I didn't vlog, and I started trying to post on TikTok. I was trying to post every day, and that resulted in me digging through my camera roll at like 9 p.m. to find a regular ass 7-second clip to throw up with a trending sound, put my hashtags in, thinking that that was me fulfilling my content creation goal of the day. I don't want to be another one of those cogs in the big TikTok machine who's just pumping out trend video after trend video, TikTok shop ad after TikTok shop ad. I am so much more than that. And I'm not dissing the people that do that because honestly, they make crazy good money doing it. And I've contemplated doing it on the side as well because, oh, girl, I would love to be bringing in $40,000 a month doing TikTok shop. Yeah, I would love that. And who knows, maybe I will do it. Honestly, once I'm able to get out of food service and I can focus on content full time, maybe I will do TikTok shop. Who knows? I'm not dissing the people that do TikTok shop, but I'm saying my entire life that I've wanted to do content creation, my goal was always to produce meaning and authenticity in my content. I want to form an audience of people that know me for me. And I want to have that close-knit community that you can really only find on YouTube. TikTok, you are able to build followings quick, but I feel like the connection is just not the same. TikTok relies so heavily on hooks and sales tactic, and everything is quick, it's fast-paced. Long-form content has always been where my heart lies. And I even tried bringing that to TikTok. I started trying to kind of like do a hybrid of TikTok style content versus YouTube style content. And so my videos end up being like 7 to 9 minutes long. Nobody's watching videos that long on TikTok. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but it's okay. And I've just been living with so much anger and negativity in my heart for the longest time. I've just been noticing in this past week, 2 weeks, that I've really been trying to focus on the little things in life, really been trying to manifest good things for myself. I'm finally starting to feel lighter in my heart, and I'm starting to feel, I don't know, just more aloof and more whimsical. And that's what I really want. I just want to bring the whimsy back in my life. You know, I'm back, and I fully plan on bringing my unbridled energy to YouTube. I've been getting really into manifestation as well. I've always believed in that kind of spirituality, the universe holding influence over things. And I have manifested small things before, and my manifestations have come true within the day. So I know it's possible. I know I can do it. I've just been so clouded by my fear and my doubt and my negativity for so long that I stopped myself from believing that I could do this. I could build the dream life that I want. All I have to do is work for it.
And believe. All I have to do is believe.
Literally stop and smell the roses. I would always hear people say that, and I would think it's dumb, but it's so true. The moment you stop and you just take the time to look at all of the little things around you in your life, you'll begin to realize there's so much more to this world and this life than the trouble that you are facing at the moment. I don't know, it's a little difficult for me because I had a really hard childhood, and there were always things going on, a lot of family trauma, you know, mommy issues, daddy issues, I have it all. And even though nothing in my external life has changed, I'm still facing the same pressures, still struggling financially, still hate my job, nothing's changed. I feel more at ease because now I know what I'm doing, I know what I want, and I know I'm gonna get it. I don't know, I'm just imagining like an entire audience in this little camera, talking to it like I'm speaking to a room full of thousands of people, and I love that. Maybe I just like hearing myself talk. I don't know. I think I just grew up watching a lot of YouTubers and vloggers, and like all of my comfort YouTubers I looked up to, and I still look up to so heavily. I was very isolated as a child, and I didn't have a lot of friends, and so I spent most of my time on YouTube. And because of that, I developed that comfort relationship with these YouTubers, and I felt like I could just turn the world off around me and sit down and watch their video. And for that short 20 to 30 minute time, everything felt okay. And that's what I want to be for people. I would love to be the person whose videos you turn on when you're feeling sad or lonely, or if you're looking for something to watch while you eat your breakfast, just boom, pop me on your TV. I love that. I want that. And so yeah, I wasn't supposed to film today. I was actually supposed to write down video ideas because I don't really know what this video is about, but I just wanted to talk about it. I don't know, I just wanted to get it off my chest because I feel like saying it now makes it concrete. I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to do everything in my physical well-being to achieve my dream, and I'm going to act in accordance to it, and I'm going to live with the assumption that everything is already mine. I was watching a TikTok about manifestation, and I saw someone say you would not have the desire if there wasn't a version of you that was already living that reality. You would not be able to have that desire if there wasn't already a version of you living that reality. And that shook my brain. It did. Because when I think about it, when I think about the life that I want, and I think about where I want to be a few months from now, a year from now, it looks so different. Everything is different. And it seems so far away. And because of that, that's what would make me think like, that's never going to happen. I can't do it. It's too far. That's how I would think. Knowing that now, I wouldn't be able to have that desire if there wasn't a version of me who was already living it, blew my mind. Because now I'm like, so everything that I've been imagining, I'm just seeing a version of myself that already has that. And if that other version of me has it, I can have it too. I just need to operate on the frequency that allows these things to come to me. I just have to open up my mind. I have to tell myself that these things are already mine and act in accordance to that, and then those things will follow. And it's a crazy principle, and I wish more people believed in it, because if everyone did, we would all have what we wanted. It's so simple, but your mind is so powerful, and your doubt can be so strong that you fully convince yourself that you aren't capable of these things. I don't know, and it's amazing. And I feel all like woo-woo crazy when I talk about it to people, but I don't care. I really don't care, because, you know, it's always cringe, or it's delulu, or it's crazy until it works. When I'm up there one day in my beautiful apartment, my amazing natural light coming through my windows, and my hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube, and I'm sitting back looking at my life, am I gonna tell myself that I was thinking crazy or cringe or delulu back then? No, I'm not. I'm gonna say, wow, I'm so happy that I believed in myself and that I persisted in my manifestations and that I acted in accordance to my desired reality and built that for myself. That's what I'm gonna think. And that's just what I'm waiting for. I'm gonna stop letting life happen to me and I'm gonna start happening to life. Because it's my world, it's my life, it's my reality, and I've already had so much of my childhood robbed from me. So I need to make damn sure I make the absolute most of my life from here on out. I'm so happy that I've finally come full circle because for a minute there, I really had no idea what I was gonna do. I've always known I wasn't the type of person who wanted to work for somebody. I've always known I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to make my own schedule. I wanted to have that freedom. I've never liked the idea of being an employee at a corporate company. The idea of a 9 to 5, sitting at a cubicle in an office just sounds so unfulfilling to me. And why would I force myself to live a life that is unfulfilling to me? Why would I dull down my identity to fit a mold that society wants to create for me? I'm gonna go after the thing I've always known I've wanted. And everything else around that is just a bonus. Having the flexible work schedule, of course the money, I'm not gonna lie, like yes, the money does sound amazing. Being able to make money from home, doing what I love, who doesn't want that? Now I have to sit through an hour of footage just to edit this video. And you know what? I'm totally okay with it because this is the life that I want. This is what I'm signing myself up for. This is what I want to be clocking in for. I don't want to be clocking in at a cafe. I don't want to clock in at a restaurant. I want to be clocking in on my laptop. It's like 9 in the morning. It's a beautiful Saturday. The sun is coming in through my windows and I'm going to sit down and edit and it's going to be great. It's going to be an amazing time. And this is exactly what I want all of my days to look like. And you don't know me and I don't know you, but I really do hope that we can get to know each other and from the ground up, brick by brick, build that community that I want. And that's how I've been overcoming burnout, is really understanding that sometimes you just need to stop. Take a step back, let the waves crash over you and just look. Look at your life, look at what you're doing, look at yourself. Literally go stare at yourself in the mirror and just look. I don't know. I don't know, really trippy, really odd, really weird. Sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the roses. But anyways, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed it. I had a great time doing this, and I will see you in my next video.